Graduation. Listen, it's a time of celebration. It's a time of excitement. Hearing families shout cheers of congratulations when their loved ones are walking across the stage, it can be tradition. But one Mississippi family is accused of going overboard and now could end up in jail.
You did it, baby!
The relatives who made those cheers at a high school graduation received arrest warrants for disturbing the peace. The school superintendent told our affiliate there, WREG, that he does not see anything wrong with the punishment. He said graduations in his district are, quote, conducted in a manner he is not happy with. So let's marinate on this with Richard Friedman, employment, business, and trial attorney, and Joey Jackson, HLN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney. So, gentlemen, listen, I was recently at a high school graduation a couple of weeks ago, and there's
you're
a lot.
Still here. They didn't
I'm
arrest
still
you.
here. I may not have been the one hooting and hollering. I had to be on the
2
stage.
weeks. They had 2 weeks here, so it may still get a warrant.
But I mean, come on, jail time for this?
The statute is totally constitutional, but it's been totally misapplied here.
Okay.
Disorderly conduct statutes have been in the country for decades and decades. Now, they've been misapplied. In Mississippi, they were misapplied in the 60s against civil rights activists. But these two statutes, one says that you can't fire a gun or explode gunpowder. They're things that we don't want to have done in public. So disturbing the peace statutes, with all due respect to Joey, are totally constitutional. They've been upheld for decades now. But here, it's misapplied. You have the people saying to their loved ones, hey, you did it, baby. And they get prosecuted. That's certifiably insane. What should have happened...
Tell me how you really feel. Richard.
That's how I really feel. What should have happened here, and the superintendent in his own words acknowledged what he did was wrong, even though he didn't
Because
say
they
so.
basically, listen, here's the deal. They wanted everyone to be able to walk across the stage. We all know how long it takes for everyone to run through and all the names being read. And every single time you hear somebody screaming in the audience, it just slows it down. Understand that, but still, this is taking it.
It takes it too far. And the reality is this, in terms of the unconstitutionality of it, statutes certainly do exist, and they, disturbing the peace, but it's the manner in which it's the application of a statute. Now, for example, when you have something, Brooke, and you have it in this manner and it's affecting people, let's look at the context upon which they are.
Yeah,
You're at a graduation, and at a graduation, what kind of a ceremony is that? It's a ceremony to be joyous. It's a ceremony
They
to
should
be
have been escorted out.
So
That's
that's
what it should have happened.
Right.
They should have been escorted out. In fact, the superintendent said last year we had the best ceremony that we've ever had. Why? Because he had some people who talked too much escorted out. That's what he should have had done this year.
And
indeed, they did do that this year.
But the superintendent,
but not prosecuted.
But the superintendent is saying, I am not dropping the charges.
Yeah, and what happened here 2 weeks afterwards? This was on May 21. 2 weeks later, these 4 people got warrants. That is insane. Prosecutorial discretion should be applied here. They should not be prosecuted. And the superintendent, this is, in my view, proof that there is some bad publicity in the world, like with the Balloon Boy incident 6 years ago. It's possible to have bad publicity. This superintendent, whether he intended to get publicity or not, really screwed things up for his...
The charges will be dismissed. It's unconstitutional as applied unless you say something that incites imminent lawless action or otherwise impacts the public in a negative way. It will not stand. And as a result of that, you know what? They're not going to jail. They're not paying fines.
Absolutely. They shouldn't even be prosecuted.
Dismissed.
They shouldn't even be prosecuted.
I should say we reached out to the superintendent and didn't hear anything.
I'm shocked.
No comment. Rich Friedman and Joey Jackson, thanks, gentlemen,
Pleasure and
very
privilege.
much.
Thank you.